video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Centre, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. Welcome to Sports City. Now, September 9, 2022 is another day that Jamaican sports fans should really appreciate. And why is that? Well, on that particular day, the moment Jamaica takes on Scotland, Jamaica's Rugby Sevens team will become Jamaica's first male sports team to participate in 2 World Cups. Jamaica's first male senior sports team to compete in 2 World Cups. Out of all of Jamaica's sporting disciplines that are team sports, football, basketball, rugby league, rugby union, lacrosse, hockey, we could go on and on in terms of team sports. But when it comes to those team sports, Jamaica's Rugby Sevens team are going to be Jamaica's first male sports team to compete in 2 senior World Cups. They competed in 2018 in San Francisco, and when they take the field against Scotland in Cape Town on Friday at 2:51 a.m. Jamaica time, history will be made. That's right. Jamaica's men's lacrosse team will follow suit next year as they compete at the 2023 Men's Lacrosse World Cup in San Diego in California in the United States. So they will become Jamaica's second male sports team to compete in 2 senior World Cups. And to date, these are the only Jamaican sports teams competing at 2 World Championships, World Cups, whichever way that you would like to say it. So Jamaica's men's Rugby Sevens team, they have touched down in Cape Town, South Africa. And just a reminder as well of the squad as they get set for a couple of training sessions ahead of the tournament. As we know, Friday morning Jamaica time will be their first session within the competition. And this is the Jamaican squad. So they'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in terms of training sessions, and of course the warm-up on Friday to get things going within the tournament as well. So a couple of solid days of training to grow that synergy, that chemistry, that cohesion, to ensure that the Jamaican team gets up and running throughout the course of the championship. So the Jamaican team: Jack Rampton, Cameron Melville, Oscar Clayton, Ronaldini Fraser, Rodri Adamson, Fabian Turner, Tyler Bush, Gareth Stepani, Ashley Smith, Anthony Bingham, Ryan Denver, and Omar Dixon. Omar Dixon, as we know, has been a member of the Jamaican team for quite some time. We can go back to memories from Hong Kong Sevens. We know what happened back in 2017 with the eye injury that he had, but he has been a vital part of Jamaican squad and even scored against Argentina on the World Rugby Sevens circuit earlier this calendar year against Argentina. As he scored a try for the Jamaican team in that tournament that gave Jamaica that lead in the tournament. You look at Cameron Melville, played an important part of the Jamaican team that won the Round Sevens title in the Turks and Caicos Islands in 2021. You think about Oscar Clayton that came into the fold for the World Rugby Sevens series. He played against the Japanese team. You know, that game that went into overtime. We could remember him from that tournament. Ronaldinho Fraser, one of the local boys of the squad, deserves this opportunity. Roger Adamson, a veteran of the squad. You know, we can remember his try against Portugal, you know, on the World Rugby Sevens Challenger Series, which took place over in South America in 2020, scored that vital try against Portugal as Jamaica recorded their first ever win over a European team in Rugby Sevens. Fabian Turner has basically solidified himself within the Jamaican setup, solidified himself within the squad, especially over the last few tournaments, and has now been a staple player. This will be his last tournament for Jamaica as he retires from the game. Tyler Bush, we remember him for quite some time representing Jamaica and even scored against Australia at the Commonwealth Games back in 2018. Gareth Stepani, the hot stepper, man that is scoring tries for Jamaica left, right, and center, scored a hat-trick of tries against Japan on the World Rugby Sevens Series, and also he scored against Tonga at the Hong Kong Sevens back in 2017. Gareth Stepani also scoring valuable tries for Jamaica as they won the RAN Sevens title in Barbados back in 2018 as well, scoring against Guyana in that final that Jamaica won 22-17. Gareth Stepani, this will be his first World Cup, and quite an experience it will be for him. Ashley Smith, we know about Ashley Smith, Jamaica's highest ever try scorer in World Cup history, scored a brace of tries for Jamaica against Zimbabwe in the 23rd place playoff at the last World Cup in San Francisco. So the Jamaican team, they have arrived, they've touched down in Cape Town, and they're looking forward to the tournament. Conan Osborne will be the assistant coach / analyst for the Jamaican team in the competition. So as things progress, what is going to happen? So in terms of the World Cup itself, what are the matches in terms of the times and the venue? Well, in terms of the venue, all games will be played at the Cape Town Stadium. All games will be played at the Cape Town Stadium. And as we know, the Cape Town Stadium in particular, it has a rich history because it was used for the 2010 FIFA World Cup, which was hosted in South Africa. Yes. So the Cape Town Stadium has quite a bit of history. It was the same stadium where Italy drew with Paraguay in that opening game of the tournament, the same game where Portugal slapped a 7 past North Korea in a 7-0 victory. Same stadium where the Netherlands got the better of Cameroon 2-1. Same stadium where Spain defeated Portugal 1-0 in the round of 16. Same stadium where Germany got the better of Argentina 4-0. And of course, it was that stadium for the semifinals where the Netherlands got the better of Uruguay 3-2. What a strike from Giovanni van Bronckhorst in that game, though. That was quite a strike. And let's not talk about England's match where England drew 0-0 with Algeria. So let's not go there. That memory is out of my mind, honestly. Let's pretend that game didn't happen, okay? That game didn't happen. England, I mean, it was David James's World Cup debut, kept a clean sheet. So good for him in that sort of vein of things, you know? So it's very good that worked out. The time in terms of Jamaica, because the game is going to be at 9:51 a.m. in Cape Town. And what that basically means is that Cape Town, South Africa, 7 hours ahead of Jamaica. So 2:51 a.m. Jamaica time will be the clash. Yes, that will be the vitally important clash for the Jamaicans as they take on Scotland in this tournament. So that's going to be the time to remember. 2:51 a.m. Jamaica time, Jamaica against Scotland. That's the time to remember, folks. 2:51 a.m. Jamaica time, Jamaica plays against Scotland. If Jamaica goes and defeats Scotland, then basically what happens is that they will head to the round of 16 of the competition. And in the round of 16, they will face off against defending champions, New Zealand. And then people might ask, well, what would happen if Jamaica does not get the victory over Scotland? What would happen in that sort of scenario? Well, if Jamaica is unable to get the victory over Scotland, then they'll play the loser of match 5, which is Kenya against Tonga. Most likely that will be against Tonga. And you might say, well, okay, if you know, in the bowl quarterfinals, if Jamaica would take on Tonga in that match. Cool. And that match in particular, which would be that match 4 versus match 5. So that is a bowl quarterfinals. That is, would say, is match number 20. Suppose they lose to Tonga, then they go to the 21st place playoff, and they play the loser of match 17. Match 17 is loser match 1 versus loser match 8. Loser match 1 is Portugal, and Portugal faces off against Germany or Chile. Most likely it will be Chile. So looks like Jamaica versus Portugal in the 21st place playoff, if that goes that way. And I would expect the Jamaicans to get the better of Portugal, but let's say, okay, they don't. Then they would have to play loser of match 19 versus match 18. Loser of match 19, 3 versus 6. So we're looking at Uganda against South Korea. Uganda, South Korea, or match 18. Just getting my bearings together, folks. Match 18. To 7, or Zimbabwe, Uruguay. So it looks like perhaps Jamaica versus South Korea for the 21st game, which I don't think it will be. If I had to think how far Jamaica would go, I think round of 16 is realistic. Being one of the top 16 playing nations in the world, I think that's something for Jamaica to aim towards. But what are your thoughts? I think round of 16 is possible. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Sports City.
This video is brought to you by Maypen Educational Center, catering to evening CSEC classes and chess classes. Call 876-337-7374 or 876-775-6692. We got you covered preparing for exams. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471.